Hey people, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Trying to see if this thing is on right. Because I wanted to talk about something. The fact that the system is changing, and why now is the best time to build a brand that outlast all the politics and the trends and the uncertainty because things are happening so fast, right? So fast. So, in just a short window, we've seen entire federal departments questioned. Quite frankly, policies are being repealed that once offered a sense of workforce protection and all those buzzwords, right, like diversity and equity, they're being scrubbed from public contracts and corporate agendas. And in some cases, they're working on scrubbing it from history entirely. But we're not here to argue politics. We are here to talk about what these moves mean and what they signal to those of us who've been quietly building, creating, managing, leading, and surviving every single day with little fanfare and even fewer safety nets. So this is the new normal for now, but it also means that this is your moment. And I need you to hear me. It's your moment. Let's be clear. If departments can be dismantled and protections reversed, what does that say for those of us who are still working jobs we thought were secure? Now, if you're a woman or person of color or someone who's simply been different, and I'm not saying that lightly, different in spaces not made with you in mind, you already know what that feels like. And yet, you made it this far. So I have a few things that are in the works that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But first, I want to talk about how you've been managing households, side hustles, those parent-teacher meetings, grief, burnout, layoffs, and breakthroughs. So you've made super hard decisions. Some have support and some with little support. But you did it with a quiet brilliance that often doesn't get the credit it deserves. Today is no different than all the years we've been doing this. It's time to put that brilliance to work, but not on their terms, on your terms, okay? Now, years and years and years ago, my wake-up call came dressed as a layoff, some family issues that were going on, and some health concerns that weren't mine, but belonged to my family. And I was doing the part-time entrepreneurship the whole time. I was clocking in and out of a regular 9 to 5, and in some case, 2 of them. I was going to school and getting degrees and all the things. I designed and implemented company libraries and marketing databases from scratch. I built CRM systems before they were called CRM systems, before the plug and play and apps were even a thing. I managed multi-day events with 10,000 sponsors, spectators, and attendees and vendors. I wrote grant proposals and all the things that funded 1/3 of company budgets. I led in classrooms, in boardrooms. I've been a force in children's education and a voice for justice for those who've been overlooked and unheard. And even with all of that, someone like me got laid off. Not because I wasn't valuable, but because systems fail. Okay? When you don't fit into a predictable mold, that system might fail you. That layoff shook something loose in me. Becoming a new parent shook something loose in me. Being dependent on my own ideas, my own leadership, and having an impact on those of you who need it became super more important. In fact, in many cases, the single most important thing I was going to do in my life. So I'm here to show you what's possible. Excuse this noise. I'm trying to get these shades to stop moving with the light that's going on right now. Okay, I'm here to show you what's possible. Okay, what's possible as a mother. Maybe you're not a mother. Maybe you're not a wife. But what if you're a sister, an aunt, a cousin? Maybe you're a grandchild. If you're not one of those things, I'm surprised. Seriously, I'm surprised. Because like you, I've been holding up generations. We hold up generations. And we still try to secure futures. Because we have to. It's not a choice. We have to secure our future on grits, guts, that no one else wants to deal with. Okay, so that's why I built the Sustainable Success Academy. I built it because I know firsthand what it means to rebuild from scratch. I understand the frustrations, and I understand how you need to do that with a purpose. So I'm here to groom the growth of our tomorrows, all of ours, yours and mine. So if you hear this, that whisper telling you not to be a statistic, you need to listen to it. If the news cycles and policy changes have you wondering what's next, this is your confirmation that it's time to stop waiting and start preparing. Get that plan, get the sustainability, get the ownership over your future, and stop waiting. For goodness sake, stop waiting. Do it today. Now, how do you do that when you haven't been in the game or in that area before? It starts with knowing your values and your niche. I know you've got people out there going, you don't have a niche, you don't understand what your niche is. Here's the deal. Your niche, your personality, what makes you you, that's a skill set in itself. If you worked in corporate or nonprofit, if you've been doing community service ever, claim it. Those are things that are part of the niche that I'm going to be talking to you about. Okay? If you've been in business for 2 or more years, it's time to strengthen that message, the growth systems, your operations, and your legacy. That just means you've already proven your concept. And if you're working with me, we're going to build something that holds through the storm. Okay? But again, I'm mentioning that I work with people who haven't started their businesses and they're trying to start it off. And I've worked with people who have been in business for 2 or more years. So you have to decide which one of those categories you fall into. Okay, if you're still trying to figure it out, if you're still trying to decide what you bring to the table, this sign today, this is what you've been looking for. You may already have years of valuable knowledge, 10, 20, 30 years, but you need help connecting the dots. That's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. You're going to start with the free guide, finding your profitable niche, because you can have a bunch of niches, but only one of them is going to be the one that's going to be profitable. Or you may have a couple, but you might have more experience in one area than another. We need to find your unique, valuable thing that helps you ready to serve people. So that free exercise is going to be below. Okay? Now, when you're ready, after you've taken that exercise and you're ready to take that next step, you're going to book a one-on-one session with me, because we're going to turn that idea into a sustainable income-producing business model. Yes, I said it. With structure, strategy, support, your brand, your stories, the whole shebang. Okay? Now, for people who are established business owners, 2 years plus in, we're talking small and medium-sized businesses. I have 30 years in global marketing and support. Your business is already here. You've already are a brand. People already know what you stand for. Let's sit down for a free consultation. We need to talk about where you are today, what your hidden gaps are, what might be draining that time, that profit, how you align your brand message with long-term growth, that back-end story, and which story you're using for which audience. I'll help you design a custom plan that strengthens your brand presence, increases return on investment, and sets you up where real accountability and that step-by-step growth happens. Okay? And then when you do the number 2, because I actually have a little exercise for you too, you're going to DM me, or I'm going to talk to you directly, and we're going to talk about where you are and how we do that. Okay, you've survived so much with intention, ownership, and confidence. This isn't about building fast, quick fixes. It's about building something that lasts. You hear me talk about it a lot. All right, Sustainable You stands for, what does it stand for? What does it stand for? Do you know? I'm waiting. I'm trying to see if anyone's going to comment down below who's been listening to me over the years and if we're there. I'm going to wait. There's power. Power. There is power in the pivot. And there's always going to be a reason to pivot, right? Sometimes it's small and it feels like we're the only person going through it, and sometimes it's super large. It might be political or economical. It might be something that affects the nation. But it's here, and you need to find that power in your pivot. So I'll be waiting. Take those exercises. The link is below. We're going to connect real soon, because we need to be on target with our goals in 2025 and beyond. Talk to you next time. See you in the next video.